Hola. Uh, just wanted to take a quick little minute here. My name is Paul Densmore, and kind of, well, let me first give you the setup. Basically, what I do in my holistic hypnosis sessions, I give a free 15-minute initial consultation via Skype. Of course, the full consultations are also done over Skype, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But uh, I take those first 15 minutes generally to try to explain the things that I do and to talk a little bit about what the clients want to work on. Now, I'm going to make this video so that I can spend less time talking about myself and let the client talk more about themselves in the first 15 minutes so that I can get a better grasp and understanding of where they're coming from. So, um, there are just a couple of little minor things that I want to talk about. The first one, since this is done distantly and via Skype, uh, naturally, um, one of the things that's associated with that is this question of how deep of a trance will I go into? Um, Now, that should come with a realization, and so I'm going to impart that realization onto you now. Hypnosis is not really about depth of trance. Um, some hypnotists take great pride in how deep they can put their clients under, and it's almost like they're very sadistic about that. And oh, I love the trance. I need the trance. Um, we're going to use primarily neurolinguistics programming methods and conversational um, bordering on Ericksonian methods. So we're not really going to worry so much about depth of trance. We're going to worry about going to state. And now, the best thing about that is that it can take away some of the expectations that can actually get in the way of using hypnosis. Some people, of course, since they're expecting to go into a deep um, uh, uh, somnambulistic state, they're if you don't put them to that state, they generally feel that they've gotten gypped. And so if we take that away from the very beginning and say that we're not going to worry about depth of trance at all, hopefully that takes that area along with it so that we can completely remove that and just get directly to it. What we're going to try to do is we're going to get ourselves into a state where we're open enough, the filters between the conscious and the subconscious mind are just open enough so that the suggestions, uh, and this doesn't necessarily have to be the usual idea of suggestions with the being an auditory spoken form. This could be even visual or kinesthetic. Um, can be deeply absorbed. So it's a state of learning more so than, the driving for 16 hours, fixed trance. Um, so hopefully that takes some anxiety away from it from people who think that they're going to lose control. You'll never lose control, at least not in my sessions. Um, so we're not worried about that. We take the whole masochistic thing out of it, and I'm not worried about control. I'm only worried about the suggestions that you yourself want to embed inside of yourself and program inside of yourself, that those actually get um, uh, their best and highest benefit. So that's what we're worried about. Um, Now, as far as methodology, of course, I use I'm also a Kundalini Awakening instructor under Dr. Glenn Morris's um, methodology. And so you can check out Dr. Glenn Morris's improved Kundalini Awakening processes website, and you can see my bio there, as well as all of the other wonderful CAP instructors: Teo, Santiago, Susan, James, Rob Williams, everyone. It's okay, Rob Williams. Um, and so, as well as plenty plenty of other guys, Esley, Andrea, um, and I'm sure I'm going to miss a bunch. Ian, Way, you know, I feel like I'm about to get an Academy Award here. Who do I think? Um, so, coming from that, let me get back to the point. Coming from that, of course, we're going to use energy methods. And I'm actually going to be teaching you techniques that you can use outside of the sessions to deal with that. So we're going to be, of course, using the two that I already mentioned, hypnosis, NLP, and Qigong methods, basically. So um, we're not going to get too far out. You know, we stay within everybody's comfort zones. Um, and of course, we can get very far out if you really want to. Um, but now the typical pattern of how we use these is not going to be a static, fixed thing. Basically, as we're going along, I know so much from hypnosis and NLP and energy work that I'm just going to be, you know, sort of intuiting things and just pulling them out and saying, hey, let's play with this, you know. And so basically, sessions can, you know, generally I try to incorporate at least a little bit of all three in, but that's not necessarily always going to be the case. Um, I will use whatever methods I feel would be most beneficial for the client, rather than try to impose my pre-existing beliefs and methodologies on, you know, the client themselves. So my toolbox is very open. You can go in there and kind of play around, and oh, that looks nice. All right. Um, so that's it. Now I'll talk a little bit. Of course, you can read all of this stuff on my website, but generally, handwriting analysis is also another tool that I use, which is something that I want to talk about. Generally, I recommend, unless I really know somebody and know their personality very well, I generally, and even if I do, I still kind of recommend this. Um, get a piece of unruled paper, unlined paper, and use your own handwriting and no rules. So you can write all over the page if you want to. In your normal handwriting, try to write as much as you can about what you would like to work on so that I can analyze it and sort of pick little things out of it. Now, during the sessions, I'm not necessarily going to give you all of the things that I grab from it. I might mention a few things, but for the most part, it's generally for me. Now, it doesn't really matter what you write because I'm not going to be looking so much at what you write as the handwriting itself. But the handwriting, if you're focused on um, the issue at hand, um, then the subconscious is going to put forth certain signals within the handwriting itself. So that's why I generally ask that you write about, you know, what you want to work on. Um, so there's that, and then of course scan it in and send it to me, email it to me, and you can find my email address on the. Of course, I will give it to you during our initial consultation so that you can send these things to me. Um, and that's pretty much it. You know, that's the bare bones of it. This is not, I don't make things very complicated. Um, I try to keep everything as simple as possible. So much so that, you know, whenever I describe what I'm going to do with clients, they're generally like, oh, okay, I'll see if I can do that. And then they get into it and they're like, oh, that was what you meant. That was so simple. Like, well, yeah, you know. I don't believe in being overly complicated. So I think the most complicated thing would probably be the understanding the handwriting analysis. But now that I'm actually saying it out loud, hopefully more people can understand that. I do also record the sessions at the client's own request. If they request it, then I will record it and put it on a Dropbox folder that I will share with the client where they can download the session as either a .ogg or a .mp3, and that's all included free of charge, as well as, you know, me sending you the techniques to work with and things. So you get quite a lot with my my sessions. Um, as a little plug, you know, all these little bonus gifts. But wait, there's more. Uh, but I do that because I want this stuff to actually work, not because I want you to feel that you're getting all these bonus gifts. I could care less about that. So that's pretty much it. You can check out my website, which will be, hold on, let me see if I can, located down there. If you're looking at the video now, look under the video, and you will see two links under there. One to the Kundalini Awakening website, and one to my Holistic Hypnosis website. And then you can kind of check it out and see if it's something that you're interested in. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I wish you the best days. Thank you very much. Bye bye.